And here we go.
Yeah, we're good. Up here. These two.
Plugged in, plugged in.
Like, I mean, we can hear each other well. So.
Yeah, It's not showing up on the camera?
It's not. Mother of God. Look at it. Look at it. Dude, no.
Fantastic crowd we have here tonight for this game.
Are we live?
Hey Jack, are you recording? Are you recording? Are you live streaming it? Press record.
So we're on?
We should be, yeah.
You got the paper? I don't have mine. All I need is for the first part. Hello
And goodbye.
goodbye. One, two.
One,
check,
two.
Check. There we go. Hello and welcome to Mazzy Gymnasium, home of the #1 state-ranked Blue Ridge Barons. I'm Prophecy Kissmore, and I'm lucky enough to be joined by Charlie King. Charlie, how's it going tonight?
Oh, I'm doing fine, Prof. I'm so excited to be calling tonight's VIC conference playoff game between our Blue Ridge Barons and the visiting Hargrave Military Academy Tigers.
This should be an interesting game. I know last time Hargrave was here, we handled them pretty well. I think we won by about 50. And then the Barons traveled to Hargrave and beat them by 30.
But it's playoff time, Prof, which anything can happen.
Absolutely. In the game of basketball, any night, any team can be beaten.
Indeed.
But I don't think that's going to happen. Blue Ridge Barons. Here we go. Tip-off. Goes to number 10. Floater early. Number 21. Left-hand layup. Gets it to rim in.
Looks like Hargrave is already trying to come out and really push offense.
Absolutely. Chris Rogers brings the ball up the court. Mike Gray. Chris Rogers at the top of the key. Dribbles right. Swings it to Mike Gray in the corner. Mike Gray looks to the middle. Jaden Frazier back out to Chris. Mike Gray from the corner. Bang, bang.
Fantastic start from Mike Gray with that, just a good three-pointer shot right there.
Here we go. Barron's already scrappy on defense. Great play by Michael. It's going to be Hargrave ball coming their way.
Already a very good look from that full court press from the Barons.
Here we go. Hargrave, number 3, bringing it up the court. That's Matthew Brown. Brown looks middle to number 21, Izuma. Brown goes right-hand layup, misses it. Jaden Frazier comes down with the rebound.
Very tough defense from the Barons here.
Chris Rogers, transition, swing to Mike Gray. Goes for 2, doesn't come up with the second one.
Looks like Mike's really trying to get that shot up early.
That's 2 threes already for Mike Gray, 1 for 2. Pull-up jumper is off the rim. Number 24, Adam, comes down with it. Brown up top, guarded closely by Chris Rogers. Swiped, picked out of it. Chris Rogers to the rack, gets contact, misses the layup.
Fantastic pickpocket ability there by Chris Rogers. You just can't cross over right in front of his face when you're that close.
Absolutely. That's a great play by Rogers. Able to come up with the ball there. Mike Gray with the left-hand layup. Great finish there. Brown, right side. Swings middle, 21. That's Izuma. Izuma picked by Michael. Goes into number 10's hands. Pump fake. Right-hand layup and 1. Count the basket. That's number 20, Isaiah Short.
Just a little bit of a defensive breakdown there for the Barons as they saw the basketball on the floor and they all scrambled towards it and just lost track of their man.
That was great ball movement by the Tigers there, able to get some good passes around and find a wide open man for an easy layup. Free throws off.
And then just completely missed free throw there by the Tigers.
That's going to be a reach-in foul on number 20. Same man that made the layup.
Missed
Isaiah
the layup.
Short. No, he made the and one. Yeah, he made that one.
Oh, the and one.
Yeah. Missed the free throw, though.
Yeah, missed the free throw.
What do we got? Clock did not start. Whoever's running the clock.
Coach Herring.
Coach Herring did not hit start on that.
Running both the clock and the scoreboard.
He's got big jobs to do.
Indeed.
Mike Gray brings it up the court. Hands off to Chris Rogers. Chris is going to set this up in the half court. Over to Drew. They're going to get some ball moving around. You can see Hargrave in this 2-3. Mike Gray goes baseline, swings back up top to Sasha. Drew on the wing. Down low to Jaden. Give him a move. Goes for the reverse Mikan, but can't finish. Hargrave with a terrible pass. Out of bounds. Barons are going to bring the ball back down.
You know, Hargrave really is just, I think that they're trying to play harder than they have the ability to. And it's just causing a lot of turnovers here early.
You can say that the Barons definitely have more talent than Hargrave, so they're going to need to keep up the hard effort. That goes off by Sasha Glushkov down on the baseline there. Number 10, Nathan, brings the ball down the court. 21, Izuma. Hands it back off to Nathan. Nathan goes right. Over to Short. Short to Izuma. Drives. We've got a traveling call on Izuma. Too many steps, big man. Too many steps.
Izuma seemed, he just put his head down and his shoulder down and just took a little too many steps there. I think got a little frustrated about the lack of defense opportunity.
Absolutely. Again, Coach Herring with this clock situation.
He needs to hand the clicker over to Coach Puckett. Coach Puckett's a very good clock runner.
Coach Puckett doesn't look like he's doing very much. But, Coach Herring's going to take care of it. He's going to get used to both jobs at one time. Chris Rogers, top of the key. Rogers to Mike Gray in the corner. Mike finds Jaden in the middle, goes left, hook shot, can't get it to fall.
Jaden missing a few shots early here in the game.
Nathan avoids the pick, Euros, ends up traveling, but it doesn't get called. Mike Gray pushing the ball, goes left, That's going to be a reach-in foul on number 3, Brown.
Barron's really trying to push it in transition with that turnover. Mike Gray trying to get in that easy layup.
Absolutely. Chris Rogers looks to pass in the ball. Mike Gray from the corner. That's his 3rd three. Can't get it to fall. Nathan's bringing the ball up, top of the key. Swings it over to Short. Short's looking for something but can't get anything. Oh, nice drive by number 3, Brown, but he can't get it to fall. Tipped in by Zuma.
Brown is really one of those more crafty layup and finish players on this Hargrave team.
Absolutely. Barron's look to break this 2-2-1 press but can't get past it. Ends up being back court.
3 subs coming in for Hargrave.
It's going to be number 11, Wade Thomas, number 12, Justin Campbell, and number 1, Preston Stivers. Odd name.
No, number 1 is Grant.
Oh, we got Grant Okolo. Houston Emery down on the ground. Houston did check in for the Barons, and Andy Nwako as well. Number 21 is Zuma, misses the jumper.
Andy, one of those more energy players, getting that early rebound.
Drew in the corner for 3. Can't get it to fall. Houston with a great rebound pass to Andy. Misses the layup, fouled by number, who's that going to be called on? We've got,
I believe that's going to be on number 23.
We've got a shooting foul on number 12.
Andy Nwako really setting a tone early, with that first rebound, and then missing his first shot, but getting the rebound and on his shot and putting it back up and getting fouled. He's really one of those guys who comes in and gives it all immediately.
Absolutely, high-intensity player from the start. First free throw for Andy Nwako. He gets the shooter roll.
Hit it off the very back of the rim.
This is for 2. Rims out that time. Great rebound by Mike Gray. Misses the layup.
Gets rejected by the rim there.
Number 1, Okolo up the court. Going behind the back a little bit. Guarded tightly by Michael Gray. He's going to sit down on that. Number 12, Justin Campbell, swings to Azuma. Azuma at the top of the key looking for Wade Thomas. Wade Thomas gets the ball, guarded by Drew. Number 12, Campbell. Campbell goes left to the basket, misses the layup. He's looking for a foul but didn't get one. Chris Rogers in transition, looks for Mike Gray but can't find him. That's going to be out of bounds. Barron's ball underneath of the rim.
Now we've got a very small student section here, but it seems to be topped off by Jake Darren, the headmaster's son.
Absolutely, a little small Ridge Rowdy crowd tonight, but we've got one. Houston Emery goes for a hook shot, misses it. Andy Nwako with a great rebound. Barons have a chance to set up this offense again. Up top, Michael Gray, hop step, looks for Andy, great pass. Andy Nwako fouled again at the rack. He's going to go for 2.
Very good rebounding by the Barons here early in the game, and looks like one of the fan favorites, Will Lee, is about to check into the game. Let's see who he comes in for.
Andy Nwako stepping to the line. First one. Off the front rim.
And the 2 head-to-head matchups between these 2 teams earlier in the year. Blue Ridge won both the first month ago. Blue Ridge won 95-42 and won the second one 79-66.
Second one for Andy Nwako, rims out. Great defensive play by Andy Nwako. We've got number 3, Brown. Brown guarded tightly by Andy at the top. Now guarded by Chris. Down to 20. Blocked by Houston Emery.
Houston having those extremely long arms, able to just get that good block.
Mike Gray on the right wing. Swings to Houston. Houston to Mike Gray. Finds Houston down low. Houston to Chris Rogers for 3. That's off the back rim. Great rebound by Houston Emery, blocked by Azuma. Great steal by Michael Gray. Doesn't get the roll. Rebounded by Michael Gray. We're going to get a foul on the ground by number 21, Azuma.
Now, Prophecy, I said this when we called the last game, we called Mike Gray maybe one of the best rebounding guards I've ever seen. He seems to be always in there and always able to get that rebound.
Absolutely. Mike Gray is a good 6'2", 6'3", but he's a tenacious rebounder, and he makes sure to attack the boards every chance he gets.
I think that's going to be a timeout for Blue Ridge. So, Prof, James Harden has been playing fantastic this season in the NBA.
Absolutely.
Have any comments on his, 32-game streak of scoring at least 30 points?
I mean, it's definitely a historical feat. You don't see people score that much in a season, and I think people are witnessing a historic season. If James Harden doesn't win the MVP, then the NBA is ridiculous. And I don't know. I think he's my front runner in my opinion. Absolutely.
Back-to-back MVP winner?
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Houston Emery in the paint. Gets stripped by Short.
Seemed you just didn't know where to go with the ball.
Absolutely. Seemed kind of weak down low.
Yep.
Brown picks up his dribble. He's sworn by Chris Rogers. Hargrave's coach takes a timeout.
Seems that maybe Jaden Frazier may be coming in for Houston, and the coaches will be talking to him about that mental error.
Malik Brown is checking into the game as well. I do want to get a focus that there is the NC State recruiting coordinator is here tonight.
Where do you see him?
He was here earlier. He was sitting over where the Rowdies were, but he has moved since. I don't know exactly where he's sitting now, but he is here and he is present.
Wow.
Maybe looking at Michael Gray, who already holds 6 offers, 2 Power 5 offers, 1 from Virginia Tech, fellow ACC school. We've got Mr. Cole.
Mr. Cole.
Standing up in the Jaguars
Very
jersey.
interesting. He's wearing a Jaguars jersey, but he is a fanatic Patriots fan.
Absolutely, and it has his last name on the back, which doesn't make very much sense.
Maybe it's an NFL player whose last name is Cole.
Here we go. Wade Thomas looks deep, finds number 1 Okolo, finds Uzma, down to Brown, but can't get the 3 to fall. Mike Gray with another rebound. Great outlet pass to fully charged Will to the rack. He's going to get a shooting foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Hargrave now, with a minute and 20 seconds left in this first quarter, already has 6 fouls. That's going to be quite a disadvantage going into the second part of this half.
That is Will Lee at the line for 1. It's good. Number 24, Adam Salou has checked into the game. Wade Thomas down on the baseline, looking for an inbounds pass. Finds Brown. Brown's deflected by Malik Brown. Fully charged Will for 3, can't get it to go. Another rebound by Mike Gray. Loose ball goes to Will. Will finds Jaden, over to Mike. Great pass. A great catch, I mean. Awesome crossover. Swings to Chris, to Will. Will in the corner. Back to Chris. Great pass to Jaden Frazier. Fantastic left-hand layup by the Mop.
That's an extremely strong play by Jaden there to, get it up against number 21, who in the past few games has gotten the better of him.
This is the defense that the Barons can play. We've got a full court press here, and they're trapping the inbound pass. There you go. The first time Malik Brown gets good hands on the ball. That time he gets hands on the ball again for a jump ball. Swings to Chris Rogers, goes baseline, finds Mike Gray in the corner for 3. Another great rebound by Malik Brown. Corner, Mike Gray goes up, can't get the layup to fall. Azuma is just looking for safety now. We got Wade Thomas coming up the court, splits the defense, goes up for a shot, and somehow it's going to be a shooting foul.
That's going to be the second foul for Blue Ridge. There's 16 seconds left in this first quarter. Blue Ridge is up 10, Hargrave with 6. That's going to be the first foul on Jaden. Ernesto Torres checking in. Azuma averaging 6.3 points a game.
Wade Thomas misses the first. Second one's up. It's good.
Oh, correction. Wade Thomas is averaging 6.3 points a game.
Yeah. Here we go. Mike Gray. Fully. Mike Gray up top. Ernesto from deep.
Ooh, a little bit of a tough.
Mike Gray tries to throw up a prayer in the first quarter, but can't get it to go. Score 10-7. Barons at the end of the first.
That's it seems like despite the score of prophecy, I would like to say that it seems that the Barons are playing a little bit better than Hargrave, despite only having a 3-point lead. They're seeming to get a lot more of the rebounds, a lot more second chance points. They're not finishing them.
Absolutely. The Barons are playing great on defense, and they're doing great in the half court. They're able to get a lot of shots up, but they're just not getting them to fall right now.
That's right.
And that's why the score is a little deceitful.
Yep. Also, Hargrave has been doing some pretty hard fouls. As you see, Hargrave has 6 fouls right now, Blue Ridge with only 2. Hargrave has really been fouling Blue Ridge hard when they try to make their baskets. And so they've been limiting Blue Ridge, but I think as they get farther and farther into foul trouble, Blue Ridge will be able to make more of their shots.
Absolutely. We'll see in this second quarter here.
Now this young ref right here in front of us, he's probably one of my favorite refs. He calls a very good game. He's a very nice guy. I've had a good chance to have him call the games when I'm both coaching and also being a fan. He's a very good ref, and I'd like to see him more often here at Blue Ridge.
Absolutely. We got a good crew of refs tonight. Not a lot of old geezers.
Yep.
So Wade Thomas with a push off on Will. It's going to be Barron's ball coming this way.
And right there, that young ref, this is why I say he's very good. He's a very good ref, and he knows when to make those calls.
Here we go. Hargrave is trying to man up the Barons full court, which is absolutely not smart of them. But we'll see how it goes. Mike Gray up top. Mike Gray finds Malik Brown. Great pass. Can't be finished.
Again, just another tough basket missed by Blue Ridge in the paint.
They're getting the shots. They just got to get them to fall.
Indeed.
Number 1, Akolo up top, guarded by Ernesto Torres. Goes middle. Looks for number 24, Brown in the corner. Brown has the ball up top, guarded by R. Brown. Malik Brown checks Brown. Brown misses the layup. That's fully charged Will with the rebounding. Great pass, just a little bit too much mustard on it.
Coach Conway yelling at Willie, saying maybe make that pass just a little bit better.
Barons pick up the Tigers in a full court man. Number 24, Salou. Wade Thomas. That's a travel. They didn't call it.
Missed travel right there. You're right, Prophecy.
Number 1, Akolo up top. Swings to Wade Thomas. Wade Thomas guarded tightly by William Lee. Wade Thomas is pushing off again, but they don't call it. Swings to number 3, Brown, guarded by Mike Gray. Azuma, guarded by Jaden Frazier up top. Handed off to Wade Thomas. Wade Thomas goes left. Finds Akolo. We've got a illegal screen, Barron's ball coming back. Sasha Glushkov and Chris Rogers checking in for the Barons. And that's going to be number 10, Nathan I don't know how to say your name, Nathan, checking in for the Tigers.
Nathan Kani, maybe.
I'm just going to call you Nathan.
Blue Ridge is doing a very good job at limiting number 3 for Hargrave Brown, as he is their leading scorer with 14.2 points a game. But I think that he only has 2 points as of right now.
Absolutely. Barons look to set this offense in the half court. Tigers sitting back in that 2-3. Chris Rogers, great pump fake, jumper, gets the roll.
Very, very good shot there by Chris.
Gets them to jump twice on the pump fake and gets a clean pull-up. Brown almost stolen by Sasha Glushkov. That's going to be Tigers ball underneath the glass.
Good hustle by the big man to get back there on defense and force a little bit of an out of bounds.
Absolutely. I love the hustle. Azuma loses the ball going to the rack. Chris Rogers bringing the ball in transition. Finds Will Lee from the corner. That's off. Cleaned up by the mop.
Fantastic putback by Jaden Frazier. One of the reasons why he's going to Division I.
Finds Brown. Brown's going to the rack. Misses the layup, but they're going to get two. They're going to get 2 free throws here.
That is exactly how Brown gets most of his points. And the 2 meetings between Blue Ridge and Hargrave, Brown has gotten most of his points by driving to the basket, going through the contact, and finishing. There he was unable to make it, but now he's up for free throws.
Brown misses the free throw. I would like to say that was a little suspect call by the ref right there. We had straight hands up, did not jump, but hey.
Yep.
I mean, the ball doesn't lie. He misses the first free throw. Second one here for Brown. Get some noise. Ball does not lie, like I said, Mr. Ref. 2 missed free throws. We're going to look for a jump ball here. I think that, yep, jump ball. It's going to be Tigers ball. Almost positive. But we're going to get a timeout by Coach Cade. That's going to be a 30-second timeout.
Now, Prof, big news in ACC men's basketball with Duke being upset by North Carolina, and even bigger news, Zion Williams being hurt. How do you think this is going to affect his draft prospect if he chooses to go to the draft?
Well, I did see today that it wasn't anything torn in his knee. I did see last night, as soon as I saw him bust out of his shoe, I knew it was a knee injury. I was just hoping nothing was torn. Gratefully, nothing was torn. It's going to be a sprain. His knee is sprained, so he should be back in a couple games. Even if he was hurt, man, that's a once-in-a-lifetime type of player.
Yep.
I mean, they're comparing him to LeBron James. He would still go top 5, but since he's going to be back, I mean, he's the man. He's still go top 5. He's a lottery pick. Yep. Absolutely great player. And I think Duke's going to love to have him back whenever that is.
You know who he reminds me of, and one of the things that I like to think about, is he's such a freakish athlete that I think about guys like Bo Jackson. If you remember Bo Jackson, he was so powerful and had such powerful legs, he injured himself when he tried to pull his leg out from a tackler.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things that, Zion may have happened to him. He's so athletic that his body may not be able to handle it.
I completely agree. Here we go. Back in the game, number 10 for 3 from the corner, and he gets it to drop. That's number 10, Nathan. Tigers set up this 2-2-1 press. Barons look to break it. Chris is going to call it ISO because they can't guard him. Chris up top, setting up this offense in the half court because the Tigers are sitting in this 2-3. Screen up top, swing to fully charged Will. Gets fouled at the rack and looks for an outlet pass, and he can't get it. That's going to be out on Brown. Barron's ball coming back.
Now, one of the things that Hargrave may not know was in the very last game that Blue Ridge played against Benedictine for pretty much the entire game played zone. So Blue Ridge knows how to beat the zone.
Absolutely. Chris Rogers coming up the court looking to break this press. Mike Gray, Jaden Frazier. They're going to set up this half-court offense again. Drew looks to take the three but doesn't. Brown kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be Barron's ball on the sideline. Scoring update, 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. 14 for the Barons, 10 for the Tigers.
Very good playoff basketball here.
Chris Rogers up top to Mike Gray. Back to Chris Rogers for three. Gets it to fall.
What a bucket. You've got to step out on Chris Rogers. He'll make those.
Absolutely. It's like taking candy from a baby, Charlie. Number 1, Okolo, looks for the floater, can't get it to go. Chris Rogers in transition, swings to Drew from the corner, three. Doesn't get it to go, rims out. That's unfortunate for the Barons right there. Number 10, Nathan bringing the ball up the court, checked by Mike Gray. Okolo on the wing. Okolo's looking for something, but he has nothing. Nathan at the top, guarded closely by Mike Gray. Screen. Chris Rogers picks up Brown. Brown goes to the rack. Can't get anything. Nope. They're going to call that out on Brown.
Good call there by the ref. You know, he was standing in perfect position to see who the ball was out of bounds on.
Absolutely. Barons are going to set up their press break here. Chris Rogers bringing up the court. Tigers are going to fall back in their 2-3. Mike Gray on the wing, swings back to Chris. Chris goes left, hop step, pull-up jumper, can't get that one to fall. Mike Gray with another offensive rebound. For three, Mike Gray. That is cash money, folks.
Blue Ridge able to double up their lead now with 20-10, and it seems that they're looking to open this up.
That's another uncontrolled play.
Fantastic play there by Mike Gray.
Absolutely. That's that basketball IQ kicking in for Mike Gray right there.
Not only that, but fantastic hustle.
Absolutely.
Seems that the Barons are really getting into a rhythm here now, and Hargrave really needs to watch out.
Now that's 2 threes on the night for Mike Gray right now. Got to watch that getting hot. Barons look to break this press again. Chris Rogers coming up the court. Swing the ball around to break this 2-3. Mike Gray up top, drives right, attacks, finds
what a fantastic play by Mike Gray there.
Absolutely, he's able to drive past him and get to the rack and finish an easy layup. Azuma's looking for help, but he doesn't find any. He's not able to handle the ball because he is a big man and he has no handle skills. That's out.
Unfortunately, he did not see that the Barons had forgotten about two of Hargrave's player who had already gone down to the other side of the basket.
Yeah, I think he's just looking down at his handle right there. Mike Gray on the wing, down to Sasha Glushkov in the hole. Chris Rogers for three. Gets that one to fall.
The baskets
again.
are just falling for Blue Ridge
Like
here.
I said, folks, that's taking candy from a baby. If you leave Chris Rogers open, he will make you pay. Wade Thomas, great pass to number 24, almost glassed by Jaden Frazier there.
Very good play from Hargrave there to try and stop the bleeding.
Mike Gray, a little too much dribbling right there by Mike. It's going to be all right.
Good swarming defense by Hargrave.
Wade Thomas bringing the ball up the court, goes past Chris Rogers, step back. He's not going anywhere, sadly. Azuma goes baseline. They're going to call a reach-in foul on the mock Jaden Frazier.
I'd like to give a little shout out to Stacy Ryder. She is last year's trainer. She was a trainer last year for Blue Ridge, but she is filling in for Nick, Coach F, the current trainer, but he is back home in Kentucky.
Steal by Houston, a little out of control. He is a big man, but that's going to be a dime to Chris Rogers.
Speaking of which, Stacy Ryder may need to go help out, but we would like to send our prayers out to Coach Nick and his mother. Coach Nick is not here as his mother's in the hospital. So that is why Stacey Ryder is filling in for him. Our prayers go out to Nick and his family, and we thank Miss Ryder for filling in.
Now that's a little unfortunate there. Houston, a big man, not able to handle the ball, bringing the ball up the court a little too fast for himself and ends up hurting himself. But hopefully he's all right and we can get him back in this game.
He's a tough guy. He'll be able to bounce on
Absolutely.
back.
Andy Nowako checking in for the Barons. Now they're going to call a weak foul there, Mr. Ref. That's not very it's not very nice.
And Mr. Peter Cole standing up, letting the refs know that in professional league, that's not a foul.
Absolutely. That's the foulies right there. All right. We got number 10, Nathan, under the glass. Swings to number 24, Salou. Number 20 to Zuma. Zuma for a lay-in, and he misses it.
That one not able to fall for them, and good rebound by Sasha Gluskov.
Chris Rogers to Drew for 3. That's off. Great rebound by Michael Gray again, man. Chris Rogers for 3. Oh, front rim. I thought that one was good.
As did I.
Nathan swings to Salou. Nathan up top, guarded closely by Mike Gray. Almost loses the ball. Goes to Wade Thomas. Wade Thomas off the backboard. Absolutely atrocious three-pointer there. Nathan swiped by Mike Gray. Great hands.
Interesting little, just a little comment. Nathan, every time he seems to be contesting the three, seems to be diving under, trying to scare our scooters. I'm not a fan of that.
Me neither. Oh, great defense by Andy Nowako. Another great steal. Barons are going to have 20 seconds left in the second quarter. They're going to look for the best shot that they can here. Chris Rogers is going to swing this rock around, get us a good shot. We've got 12 seconds counting down in this second quarter. Andy Nowako to Mike Gray. Mike Gray on the left wing. Swings to Chris. Chris for 3. Gets that one to fall.
What a fantastic shot by Chris. And that will end the half, folks.
Into the first half, Barons 30, Tigers 12. Watch out, Chris Rogers is hot. We'll be back in the second half.
Good job so far, Croft.
Charlie, we'll have the VES score update for you soon.
It's VES Miller, right?
It's like 26 left.
All right, sweet. Thank you.
What was the score?
They'll tell us in a second.
So tired.
Go back inside, bro. Here. Sir. Let's keep a good game, all right? Keep it even game. Thank you, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir? I think a bad call. Hey, if you call it fair, I'll call it fair. Let's go, Bears! Here we go! No, Mike! That's my favorite. Mike! Let's eat!
Welcome back, folks, for the second half of this fantastic playoff game in between Blue Ridge and Hargrave. And here we go, Prof.
Chris Rogers up top, stops the glue shot for 3. That's off. DeMott goes for the rebound, can't get it. It's a little hot in this gym. I gotta take off my jacket. Nathan up top, swings to number 20. Azuma finds Nathan. Nathan shoots a 3. He misses it, obviously. Number 20 with a rebound. Number 3, Brown shoots a 3. He misses it, obviously. We're going to call a foul on...
Nope, that was not a foul. It was out of bounds.
No foul. It's out of bounds.
Now,
Thank you for correcting me there, Charlie.
Indeed, yeah, anytime. Now, soon, folks, we'll have an update for the other VIC playoff game between Miller and VES here in a sec as soon as we get those results.
Mike Gray up top, guarded by Brown.
1.2 seconds left in what quarter? Into the game, Miller up by VES up by 2. So Miller has the ball. It's very end of the game. We'll see who wins that game in just a second, folks.
Barons with high pressure, stolen by Chris Rogers. Swings to Mike Gray. Mike for 3. Bang, bang.
That is the start, folks, we want to see.
Cash money. Shout out Mike Gray.
For you Hargrave fans out there listening, we like to say we appreciate the team, but what a game. What a game.
We'd like to say sorry for this beatdown. Number 0, Chris Rogers, swings to Mike Gray. Drew on the wing. Mike Gray bringing the ball up the court. Jaden Frazier to Drew for 3. That one's off. Mike Gray with the...
Over the back
Over
for
the
Mike
back.
Gray.
That just shows Mike Gray is attacking the boards at all times.
Indeed.
Number 21, Azuma. Azuma to number 10, Nathan. Nathan brings the ball down the court. Excuse me. Azuma pump fakes, drives right. Powerful.
Breaking news, folks. VES beat Miller in the other playoff game. So the winner of this game here will play VES in Roanoke this Saturday for the VIC championship.
Absolutely. And we can rewind to the last game that me and Charlie called together where the Barons played VES. The Barons played VES and beat them pretty soundly.
That was a very good game, both in terms of the play, the fans, and the commentating.
Absolutely. Chris Rogers fouled on the 3-point shot. He's going to go to the line for 3.
Seemed like he was hurting the arm there on that last this free throw shot, the 3-point attempt. Prof, do you think that Hargrave's really trying to close out harder than what they were in the first half?
Absolutely. We see Chris Rogers hit 4 threes in the first half, so obviously they're going to want to be closing out a lot more aggressively in this second half. A little too aggressive that time, fouling Chris. as he goes to the line and hits the first two. Third one's up. That one's off the rim. I have no idea why our fans just got loud on his third free throw.
Oh, what a tenacious defense.
That's another steal by Chris Rogers. Great pass to Sasha. He controls it, and that's a layup. That's a great turn of events for Chris Rogers there. Mike Gray picks up Nathan full court. Mike Gray's going to get all up in his business. He's going to sit down on that. Brown goes to the rack. He gets that layup to fall on the right side.
That's one of the ways that Brown for Hargrave is their leading scorer. He gets to the rack and he finishes.
Yes, sir.
Although he's been struggling tonight as of late.
Score 37-18 Barons. The mock goes to the right-hand layup but can't get it to fall. Brown bringing the ball down the court. Mike Gray guarding tightly. Can't get anything. Swings it out to number 24, Salou. Salou passes it to number 20, Short. Short to Nathan in the corner. Nathan gets hedged very heavily by the mock. Brown for three. That's not your game.
That was way too deep of a three for Brown there.
Chris Rogers, pass to Drew. Drew, pull up, misses it.
I would have liked to see a bank shot there out of Drew.
Absolutely. Nathan, pull up three in transition. He misses it. What are you doing?
Nathan is more of the three-point shooter for Hargrave, though.
Not in transition. He needs to check his game. Mike Gray swings it to Chris Rogers. Chris Rogers, top of the key. Swings over to Mike Gray again. Left wing, screen, three-pointer, cash, money.
Very, very good shot there by Mike Gray. You know, Hargrave may need to start thinking about trying to play Blue Ridge a little farther out.
Now, like I said earlier, if one of our guards are coming off of a screen and your hand is down, that means that that man is down.
Hands down, man down.
We are hitting three-pointers wide open. Warning to any team playing the Barons in the future. We are hitting wide open threes. That's great hands by Mike Gray there. That's going to be Barons ball coming back. Excuse me, Malik Brown.
Now, folks at home, I think you got to see a little bit of a taste of what a large, rowdy crowd could do when Nathan was passing the ball out. There was a swarm of
Chris
rowdies around him.
Rogers, easy layup, can't get it to fall. Chris Rogers for three, fifth three of the game, and he gets it to fall. Like I said, if we're open, we're going to hit wide open three-pointers. Please contest us. Brown bringing the ball down the court. And he looks a little scared. Mike Gray checks him. Mike Gray is still checking him. Brown up for the layup. He gets bailed out on a call there by that ref that is behind. I don't know why he called that.
Mike Gray heading over to the ref to get an explanation on that last call.
I need an explanation as well because that wasn't a foul. But anyways, we've got a timeout by the Hargrave coach. That's going to be a 30.
Now, Prof, one of our next topic, one of the more recent events that's been going on BSN is the production of the broadcasts, or the podcasts, I should say.
Absolutely.
The Three Stripe podcast, which is you, yourself, and Chris Rogers. I had Coach Conway from the basketball team. The Three and Out podcast,
yes, sir,
with myself and Jack Charbonneau had Coach Herring, and then today the Life and Dyke podcast with Moses Moran, Keen Evans McGill, and
Malik
Brown had Coach Cade Lemec on. How do you think that the people at home should react to us putting them out?
You can catch all three podcasts on SoundCloud. Give all three of them a listen. Great content by BSN, one of the best sports networks in the country. So give one of those a listen on SoundCloud. But that's enough of promoting ourselves. We're going to get back to this game. We've got number 3 Brown at the line. He hits the first one. Goes for two. Misses the second one. Now, if you tuned into the VS game, I was warning their players to, next time when we played them, please work on their free throws. Shout out to the Hargrave players. Please work on your free throws. We've got Chris Rogers on the wing, driving, finds Andy Nwako. Andy Nwako misses the layup. Going to be Barron's ball underneath the glass.
That is a staple of Coach Cade's varsity practices. You practice free throws 3 times a day.
Mike Gray in the corner, goes for 3.
Oh.
Rims out, that is unlucky, but it's stripped by Mike Gray. Blocked by Azuma. Mike Gray's looking for a call there, but he doesn't get one from Mr. Ref.
That was a very athletic block there by Azuma. He is one of the defensive anchors for Hargrave's team, averaging about 2.1 blocks a game. That's going to be a foul on Azuma there. Andy Nwako at the line now, getting some words from Mike Gray.
Andy Nwako takes a breath and steps up to the line for the first one. Andy Nwako doesn't get the first one to fall. Going to be talked to his teammates, tell him it's all right, and he'll make this one. Let's see if the man himself can get the second one to go. That one's off the front rim. Grabbed quickly by number 1, Akolo. Wade Thomas at the top of the key, guarded closely by Mike Gray. Number 12, Campbell, guarded by Malik Brown. Number 11, Wade Thomas at the top of the key, crosses Mike Gray, hits a spin move, goes right. Can't get the layup to fall, but he's bailed out by Mr. Ref down at the bottom of your screen if you're watching this game. Absolute bailout once again for Hargrave. Give them an opportunity to get 2 points on the board because they very well can't score on the Barons. Score update, 43 for the Barons, 19 for the Tigers. Wade Thomas for 1, misses it. The ball does not lie. Hargrave coach, Hargrave players, please work on your free throws. Second free throw for Wade Thomas here. Makes that one. Good job, sir. I'm proud of you. Chris Rogers looking to break this weak press by the Tigers. Mike Gray finds Ernesto to Chris. Tigers look to double but can't. They're going to look to work this offense. Chris Rogers up top, finds Ernesto.
Just too easy there, you know. That's one of the flaws of a zone. If you could find the one spot that they're not covering, it's an easy shot every time.
Wade Thomas looks deep for number 3, Brown. Brown for an easy lay-in.
Little breakdown there. Nobody was back to prevent Brown from scoring.
Chris Rogers finds Mike Gray. Mike Gray's going to take it up the sideline, behind the back, crossover, finds Ernesto in the corner. Back to Mike Gray. Mike Gray's going to attack this zone, pull up. That's his game.
That's just too easy for Mike Gray there, and there needs to be a lot better defense from Hargrave if they want to try and get back in this game.
Mike Gray takes Wade Thomas, pause. Mike Gray is guarding Wade Thomas very tightly at the top of the key. Wade Thomas is looking to do something. Hits him with a little hezzy, drives, can't get the layup to fall. Azuma cleans up Wade Thomas's mess.
That's about the second or third tip in from Azuma. A very tall, big for Hargrave.
Mike Gray, top of the key. Ernesto. They're going to swing this ball around. Mike Gray to Chris Rogers. Chris Rogers, step back, cross, finds Andy. That's easy money.
Fantastic pass, no look from Chris Rogers there to get Andy the bucket.
We call that a meal. That's easy eats for Chris Rogers right there. Trapped tightly. Chris Rogers looks for the snatch but can't get it. Campbell bringing the ball up the court. Campbell finds Azuma. Azuma doesn't know what to do with the ball. Gives it to Campbell. Mid-range, can't get it to fall. Azuma looks for the cleanup, but that should be over the back, but they're going to call a foul on Andy Nwako. Again, another bailout by the refs, giving Hargrave a chance to score because they can't do it on their own.
You know, I actually disagree with you there, Prof. I do think that Andy may have pushed him in the back.
Andy Nwako was in front of him, had him boxed out, and Azuma jumps over top of him for a tip-in. That should have been over the back. Azuma for the first one, gets it to fall. Andy Nwako and Michael Gray checking out of the game. Fully charged Will Lee and Houston Emery checking in the game for the Barons.
Good to see Houston back after he had taken that hard fall earlier in the game.
Absolutely. Azuma hits the second one. Score update, 49 for the Barons, 26 for the Tigers. Chris Rogers finds Will. William Lee bringing the ball down the court. Chris Rogers, top of the key. Attacks, finds Ernesto. Attacks off the screen. Finds Ernesto for three. That's money. Great hands by Malik Brown, but he can't control it in time to get rid of it.
10 seconds left, and Blue Ridge is up by 2 times the amount of points that Hargrave has.
Now I want to put some focus on that. Every time Malik Brown steps into the game, he gets his hands on the ball somehow. Pause that. That's going to be thrown out of bounds.
Yeah, another turnover by Hargrave there. They're playing too out of control to really get anything going for them.
They can't control the ball, so they can't get any transition buckets. Fully charged Will. 3. That's aired off the glass. Campbell throws it up.
No good.
Absolutely atrocious. That's going to be into the end of the third quarter. Score 52-26. Barons leading after a strong third quarter.
I'd like to give a little shout out in between these quarters. The JV Barons team today won a compelling victory over Miller, and on Saturday we'll be heading to Roanoke to play in the VIC championship. Prophecy, do you see that do you think that the Barons JV may be possibly a nationally ranked JV team?
Coach Puckett said earlier this week that since the Barons went undefeated this regular season, if we go by UCF rules, as soon as you go undefeated, you're automatically a national champion. So if we're going by UCF rules, we're just going to say that the Barons are the national JV champions of America.
That's right, Prof.
That's where we're going to leave it right there. As we start this fourth quarter between the Barons and the Hargrave Tigers. Wade Thomas guarded tightly by Chris Rogers. Chris Rogers guards Wade Thomas. Wade Thomas goes to the basket, throws it up, and gets bailed out again, Mr. Ref. I was saying that these refs were doing a great job at the beginning, but now they're doing a little shady job, I'm not going to lie. Wade Thomas steps to the line for his and-one converted free throw. He's going to shoot this one, and he makes it. 3-point play for Wade Thomas there, 52-29. Ernesto swinging the ball. Chris Rogers. Chris Rogers at the top of the key, swings to Will Lee. Chris Rogers finds Houston. Houston to Ernesto. Ernesto to Malik Brown. Houston on the wing. He needs to get rid of it. There we go. Will Lee, Malik Brown on the left wing. Oh, a little confusion between players there. Campbell loses the ball. It's going to be Barons' ball coming back. Ernesto Torres swings it into Chris Rogers. Chris Rogers at the top of the key. Will Lee to Houston. Houston's out on the perimeter. Houston finds Malik Brown, swings to Will Lee. The Tigers are still sitting in this 2-3 zone. A little less aggressive because they can't match up with the Barons in a man, which I understand. Houston Emery to Will Lee, to Chris Rogers, to Houston. Looks for the post, can't find a move. Ernesto for 3 off the front rim. Nathan pushes the ball. Stolen by Malik Brown. Look at the great hands again.
Fantastic play by Malik Brown.
Great pass to Houston. Oh, he goes up. Cannot get the finish.
Now, Hargrave, of course, is sitting in this zone, and, you know, one of the issues is if you're this far behind, you're down almost 20 points, probably more than 20 points.
Houston misses the first one.
If you want to get back into this game and you want to try and win it, you can't play a zone, because then Blue Ridge can just try and pass around and waste as much of the clock as they would like.
I think Hargrave understands that they can't come back in this game, so they're just going to play it safe and try to make the score as least atrocious as it can, you know? They want to get as many points on the board and get as many stops as they can, because they know that they cannot match up with the Barons in man, and that it would make it a lot worse. Now we're going to get a step out on Campbell on the sideline. It's going to be Barons' ball coming back this way.
Barons have been able to steamroll through the VIC. The only game was the very first VIC game, I believe, where they played VES and lost at VES by 1 or 2 points.
Fully charged Will Lee from the corner, cashes it in. Houston Emery, stolen. Ernesto Torres. Mike Gray brings the ball up the court and is fouled by Wade Thomas. It's a good thing he fouled him there, because that should have been an easy layup.
Kane Evans-McGill wiping up the sweat from the fall there. Keen Evans-McGill, possibly an MVP for this Barons team.
Absolutely. He was the MVP in England when they took a trip across the pond. He had the stadium erupting, yelling MVP. Ernesto from the corner.
Now, to anybody watching this game and asking why Ernesto Torres is taking such threes, he is possibly the three-point specialist alongside Will Lee.
We've got a foul on the ground by number 15, Houston Emery. Wade Thomas at the top of the key, guarded by Will Lee. Wade Thomas calls for a screen but doesn't get one. We've got number 20, swings it to Wade Thomas, and Wade's looking for a three there, but that was just an awful three, and he's trying to get bailed out again. Mike Gray goes up for a layup, almost cleaned up by Sasha. Houston goes up for the layup, cannot get the roll, so he's going to go to the line for two here.
Now with the Barons up by, I believe that's 34 points, I'm looking forward to hopefully see guys like Omar, Kane, and Jackson Culhane get into the game. Jackson Culhane's father is in from Houston, Texas. Was able to watch him play in the JV game. It'll be very good to see my roommate Jackson get to play in front of his father in the varsity game as well.
Absolutely. That's the type of stuff we like to see when the Barons are able to handle their business in the first three quarters and get the guys that don't get as much playing time in the game at the end. William Lee swings to Ernesto from three. Down goes the bucket.
Just
wide open threes result in 3 points for the Barons.
The Puerto Rican prodigy just added again in this game.
Nathan misses the layup. Great hands by Houston. Finds Will Lee. Will Lee's going to slow it down right here. Oh, great pass to Houston.
Oh, just short miss, but Coach Conway on the sideline just hanging his head behind his chair saying, how do you miss that?
Darn, man. Houston's got to hit the Mikens 1 or 2 more times. That's a missed three by Nathan. Mike Gray's going to bring the ball up the court. ISO cross. Jab by Sasha. We've got Mr. Cole screaming for Omar. Mike comes off the screen, finds Sasha for three. That's off.
Now, I don't believe that Mr. Cole's saying Omar. He's saying Omar.
Can never tell with the Boston accent.
No, you cannot.
Ernesto Euro floater.
Oh, that nearly was a fantastic play by.
Oh, wow, Mr. Ref. You see what I'm talking about?
Questionable call there from the refs. I'm not sure.
Absolutely questionable
what he may have
call,
said.
Mr. Zebra.
He did seem to have a better vantage point than us, but you never know.
It's pretty blatant when the guy picks up the ball and drops it out of bounds. But it's all right. We'll give him a chance to score again. We are up by 30 points. Number 1, Akolo, is guarded by Drew. We've got number 20, Short, at the top of the key, over to Akolo. Colo swings to Brown. Brown guarded by Will. That's Salou, pick-pocketed by the Russian man.
Fantastic steal by the Russian here.
Drew finds Ernesto.
Oh,
Ernesto to Sasha for 3. That's off. Houston able to tip that, but Short's able to grab it in. Brown attacks the Barons defense and is bailed out again by Mr. Ref down below the grass.
Now, I think with 3 minutes left to go in this game, Coach Cade, of course, standing back there near Omar, Kane, and Jackson, and it looks like he's about to tap Jackson in to go in.
Brown hits the first free throw.
Coach Cade shaking his head, talking to those 3 guys with their shooter shirts still on.
Brown gets the second free throw to go. Scoring update 59-31. Barons are obviously still up. Brown, steal, layup, bailed out. Free throw line. Here we come.
Not a very smart play by Ernesto Torres there.
He's got to make sure he's got control before he makes any.
Threw a bad pass and then made a bad foul. Didn't even put his hands up.
So here we go. We've got Brown at the free throw line again. First one goes up. First one falls. We got the second free throw here. Brown. It's up. It's good. Fully charged Will swings to Ernesto. Ernesto to Drew. Drew to Sasha. Over to Will. Will's going to slow this down and find a good shot for the Barons here. Over to Sasha. Drew looks for someone, finds Ernesto. Ernesto tried to look for Will in the corner, but is tipped away by Campbell there. Good hands at the last minute by Campbell. Ernesto to Drew. Drew comes down with the ball, finds Sasha. Sasha looks for 3, but he takes a little too many steps. Happy feet there.
And here we go. Here are the 3 guys that the fans wanted to see. Kane Henderson, Omar, and Jackson Colhane coming in for Houston, Willie, and Sasha Glushkov.
This is the type of stuff that the fans love to see.
Kane Henderson, a freshman from the Netherlands. Omar, a senior from Bahrain. And Jackson Colhane, a junior from Houston, Texas.
Number 3, Brown goes to the rack again. Can't get the layup to fall. Campbell steps out once again. He's got to watch his foot placement. Ernesto passes the ball in, finds Jackson. They're going to look to break this press as they did all game. Drew looking for someone to, he finds Kane in the middle. Back to Drew. Drew's going to set this offense up top. Drew over to Jackson Colhane on the wing. Drew up top to Jackson Colhane on the wing. Drew up top to Jackson Colhane on the wing again. Back to Drew. Screened by Kane. It's illegal. That's illegal.
Now Hargrave is very aware of Jackson Culhane. He is a three-point dead-eye shooter, and they're making sure that they do not give him any wide-open shots.
Yep. Brown guarded by Drew. Brown crosses Drew, swings to a Colo baseline. That was a travel. What was that layup? We don't know. Drew to Ernesto. Ernesto in transition, 360.
Spinning layup.
Misses it. A Colo to Brown. He's going to be easy layup on the right-hand side. Opposite knee, right hand. Ernesto controls the ball. He might have got away with a walk there.
Yep.
Drew, left wing, swings to Ernesto. Ernesto looking for someone. He finds Jackson Culhane. Omar in the corner. Omar is out of bounds. I saw that coming, but that's all right. That's all right.
Omar, one of those guys, you know, he's a first-year basketball player.
He's
Played
trying.
JV last year.
And that's what matters. He's trying. Number 3, Brown on the right side. Half spin. Azuma knows that he can't shoot threes, but that was a travel. I don't know why they didn't call it, but they're going to call a shooting foul. I knew they would call a shooting foul. Number 21, Azuma, going to the line for 2 again.
In the last minute here, I'm really hoping to see one of the 3 primary bench players out of Omar, Jackson, and Kane to get some points here.
I'd like to see one of them score before this game ends.
Indeed.
Azuma, first free throw, does not go. Azuma, second free throw. That one hits the bottom of the net. Ernesto to Jackson, to Ernesto. Over to Drew on the left, to Kane in the middle. To Ernesto up top. Ernesto is going to set up this offense. Oh, we got Omar down low. Omar finds Drew in the middle.
Seems that the Barons are just going to run out the clock now.
That's the classy thing to do right there, Coach Cade. Coach Cade's a classy coach. Ernesto.
Jackson Culhane making the very sportsmanlike pulling the ball back out rather than shooting the ball.
Absolutely. He could have went up for an easy floater there, but decides to swing it back out. He could have hit a 3 there as well.
Yep.
But
Jackson, you know, despite his father being in the crowd, made the very, very sportsmanlike play to.
They're going to keep it classy, and the Foudies and the Rowdies are going to clap this one out. Final score, 59 for the Barons, 36 for the Tigers. Thank you guys for tuning in to me and Charlie's broadcast today. And till next time, see you.
Thank you. This has been BSN.